This is Unit 4, Level 1, Fractions as Division. We have a couple of scenarios to look at to figure out how fraction can be treated like a division problem. So this first problem we have here says the boys soccer team is having a celebration at the end of the season. There are 8 boys on the team and they have ordered 7 pizzas to share. What fraction of a pizza will each boy get? I'm going to go ahead and draw a picture that will help us in solving this problem. So they're going to order 7 pizzas. So I'm going to go ahead and draw our 7 pizzas. And I see that there are 8 boys on the team. So I'm going to go ahead and split these pizzas into 8 pieces. And we'll have to pretend that all of the pieces are equal. And I'm going to take just one of those boys because my question is, what fraction of a pizza will each boy get? So I'm just going to pick one boy. And let's pretend that this one boy came along and he ate one of those pieces from each of the 7 because we split each pizza into 8 pieces. So there's 8 boys. That means each one of them could take one piece of pizza from each pizza that we have here. And the question is, what fraction of a pizza? So what we're going to do at the end is we're going to count how many pieces this boy ate out of how many pieces there are in a pizza. So when we get finished, we're going to count them. We've got 1 piece here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he ate 7 pieces out of how many pieces total in our pizza. So if we take one of our pizzas here, we split it into how many pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and redraw it here so we can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So each boy will get 7/8 of a pizza because they're going to eat 7 slices out of 8 slices that will come in each pizza. So 7/8 of a pizza. We can do the same thing with our next example. Jacob walked his dog for a total of 4 miles in a week being 7 days. He walked his dog the same distance each day, and it says draw a model to show how someone could figure out how far Jacob walked his dog each day. So I'm going to go ahead and take each of those miles, and I'm just going to make them a certain distance. We're going to pretend that this is a full mile. Pretend that they're all even, and we know out of the course of a week, he walked 4 miles. So this would be 1 mile, this would be 1 mile, this would be 1 mile, and this would be 1 mile, for a total of 4 miles. That's the total that he walked in a week being 7 days. So I'm going to take each one of these and I'm going to break it up into 7 pieces. We're going to pretend that they're even. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Breaking them into each one into 7 pieces. We're going to pretend they're even. And let's pretend on Monday, so I broke them into 7 pieces, 7 days. So on Monday, he's going to walk this far. 1 from each of those. Tuesday, same thing. 1 from each of those. Wednesday, same thing. Thursday. Friday. Saturday. And Sunday. So each day he walked a portion of that mile. Let's see how many he walked. Well, in this mile, he walked one portion out of how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so he walked 1/7. That was of that 1 mile on that one day. In the next one, he walked 1/7. In the next mile, he walked 1/7. In the next one, he walked 1/7. For a total of 4/7 of a mile each day. So I'm just taking that total and breaking it down, and then breaking it into how many days of the week there are, so that I can break it down each mile by itself, how much of each mile he walked, and then adding that together to get a total of a mile for each day. In our last example here, we have four boys, and they're sharing 3 candy bars. So I'm going to go ahead and draw our 3 candy bars. And as you may have guessed it, we are breaking them up. And when we say we're breaking them up, when we look back at the previous example, when I broke this up into each day, or when we look at the first example, when I broke the pizzas into individual pieces, when we break something up evenly, well, we know it's division. Or splitting. That's division. Well, that's exactly what we're doing when we're looking at these fractions. And what we end up with is 3 candy bars, 1, 2, 3, and we're splitting them between 4 boys. So you can imagine me breaking that individual candy bar up into 4 pieces. So out of that first bar, one boy would get 1 piece. Out of that second bar, he'd get 1 piece. And out of that third bar, he'd get 1 piece. Well, how much is he getting total? Well, he's getting 1, 2, 3 pieces. Out of how many pieces are there in one candy bar? 1, 2, 3, 4. They're split. All of them are split into fourths. So he's getting 3/4 of a candy bar. Now you may notice on this one that those numbers 3 and 4 come straight out of our problem. They do in this case. What we are sharing is on top. So we're sharing 3 candy bars. And we're dividing, that's right, I said dividing, because that fraction bar means division. We are dividing it by how many boys there are, and there are 4 boys. So 3 candy bars divided by 4 boys, each one is going to get 3/4 of a candy bar. Oftentimes when you're doing these problems with fractions as division, what you are sharing is going to be on our top or our numerator, and it's going to be divided by how many people are sharing it. We can see it, that same principle, in our first example when we talked about the pizza. What were they sharing? They were sharing 7 pizzas. And if you notice in our answer, our top number is 7 there. How many people were sharing it? Oh, there were 8 boys. And if you notice, that's our bottom number. Now we can draw the example, we can show the model to show why. But oftentimes you'll see that what you are sharing is going to be over how many people are sharing. So what you are sharing will be the numerator on top. How many people are sharing will be the denominator on the bottom. This is Unit 4, Level 1, Fractions as Division.